And I'm putting that right down here because, as I said before, you know, that guy that I had a conversation with in the forum site basically struck the hammer right on the head of the nail. And he is 100% right on that. That we are the future in screen paint entertainment, or actually any kind of entertainment involving projection setups, because at the end of the day, you show me where black technology is not more advanced. Show me where. There's no gunmetal screen that can match our technology. There's no gray screen paint products that can match our technology. And there is no white screen that can match us. So where will we would not be the future? So if you're telling me that a gray screen is the future, then you're showing me a screen that can pick up a 100% contrast level in a fully lit environment. You got gray screen paint products that can't even say that they're fully ambient light projection technology. Most of them will claim that they're not. And the reason why they have to claim that they're not because they aren't. They aren't ambient light projection technology. They don't have the capability of doing it. If they're requiring you to calibrate, and the reason why you have to calibrate, and the only reason why you have to calibrate your projector, because your colors aren't coming out correctly. So if you're in there calibrating your projector, you're trying to fix your colors because your colors are not balanced well. That right there is not future. So there's a problem there because even gunmetals require calibrating. We know we go to forum sites all the time. There's a forum site on strictly about calibrating. There's so many of them on there about calibrating your stuff. It's not even funny. We're in those different sites all the time. We see gunmetals in there. We see TVs in there. We see everything in there about how to calibrate this and how to calibrate that. So that's the first sign that tells us at the end of the day, no, you are not future proof. Because again, if we can take your screen, stick it against one of these black screens and show multiple colors in a fully lit environment and your screen washes it out in the process, that means you're calibrating and you're not ambient light projection technology. Ambient light projection technology means the screen has the ability to be able to pull up in a fully lit environment without basically washing out or fading. It can still maintain its image from corner to corner. Now, some of the demonstrations I've seen on ambient light projection technology is actually extremely poor because I've seen where people, if they think they can see an object in the middle of the screen, not the whole screen, the middle of the screen, if anything pulls up, it doesn't have to be a beautiful image. It can be like, oh, at the end of the day, they consider that to be passable, and that's not passable. That is a very trashy image, and it shouldn't look that way. So, for anyone, any screen paints out there, if you're claiming that you are the future and technology and projection technology, we would love to see this future. Because as far as I'm concerned, from what I've tested, I haven't seen it yet. And for those we have tried to see if they had the future, they backed down from it. They have canceled out of the future. So, what makes your product at the end of the day considered to be future technology and projection screen setups? You can't tell me about gray screen paints at the end of the day. I was making gray screen paints before a lot of you were ever on YouTube making gray screen paint products. And I was contracted with an overseas contract with a ton of beta testers underneath of it. That's how good my gray screen paint was. You can go back into my archives and you can pull up gray screen paint demonstrations. You can pull up gunmetal demonstrations. But when I come to you guys and I go look up your archives, all I see is the same gray product over and over and over again, something that was making 10 years ago. So if you're going to sit there and tell me at the end of the day that I don't know gray, I know gray. I used to make gray. I know the limitations of gray. I know what gray can do and what gray cannot do. And if you're telling me someone's been making it for that long, for the period of time, that you discovered something different, I would love to see this. But so far, I've seen the same contrast controlled environment, which lets me know at the end of the day that no, you're doing the same stuff that we were doing years ago. Nothing new. Gunmetal certified screens, same thing in your category. All y'all look the same in every single video demonstration, whether it be Elite or DNP Supernova or Diamond, or you all look the same to me. Same high and expensive overpriced projectors, calibrated projectors, ambient light controlled environments, same stuff. Nothing impressive at all, period. I don't see anything impressive. I don't see anything that makes me want to go out and spend $5,000 for a screen. For what? My technology is far better. You don't believe me? I mean, we can always have this conversation. We can show it off on YouTube side by side. My technology versus yours. I doubt you would ever step up to the plate to that because number one, you do not want to get beat by a screen that costs far less than yours. That is not good at all. And that's not the kind of publicity you want to bring to your front door. But it's going to come sooner or later. So what makes you guys the future? Everybody talks about contrast. I hear this all day long in forum sites that we go to. Contrast, 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 contrast. That's all we hear. You go to forum sites, nothing but contrast, 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 contrast. That's projector because it produces insane contrast. Just look at the black levels on it. No, you guys aren't picking up jack. We got to walk in the room and remind you guys that no, your screen's not picking up a black level. You're literally picking up darker shades of gray. As I said before, if our technology was the dominating technology and we were sold everywhere, and that would make everybody else the bottom dollar screen. But keep in mind, for those of you companies that go out there and spend and make these projectors with these insane amount of contrast levels, what would be the purpose of making it? If you're Sony or you're Optima, and you design projectors, what would be the point of making a projector with a 2 million to 1 when the screens on the market are physically black? What's the point? There is no point. You wouldn't be to make it. Why would you? Screens are black. It'd be pointless. To be a waste of money. That'd be a serious bad investment right there. You literally made a projector with a 2 million to 1 when the majority of the screens on the market are black. There you go. So that makes that particular item obsolete right there because you would never be able to use that ever. I keep telling people at the end of the day, we have these talks all the time. We go to these sites where people are showing off these insane projectors with incredible contrast capabilities. And the first thing I say to them is that, what did you buy this for? Well, I got it for the contrast. And of course, you got it for the 8K capabilities and all that. I can understand all that from the door. But that whole contrast thing you just paid for, where is that working for you? Because you're not seeing black. You really think you're seeing black, but you're not. And I'm pretty sure they'll explain to this, that, and the other. So, well, do me a favor, turn your lights on. And the screen will wash out. They'll get that tannish kind of washed out look around the screen. Or it's meant to be in a controlled environment. I'm sorry, buddy, but you don't know black technology because black technology can work whether the lights are on or off. It really doesn't make a difference. Black is black. Black does not turn to gray. It's black. That's what people miss the concept when they talk about black technology. I get so sick and tired of hearing people who do not possess the capability of black technology constantly saying, oh, it looks better with the lights out. It's black technology. It works with the lights on too, also too. It's black. Black does not change its color because you turn the lights on. It's still black. So what's going on there? Because you're not seeing black, you're actually seeing gray. That's why. And that's what we explain to them. You know, we take our screen and we turn it on with all the lights on, and we hit it at 1,000 lumens. Black is still black. If the lights are on, it's still black. You just can't see it. So you're not picking up contrast, but your massive 30 million to 1 capability on your massive JVC, you can't see it. You literally just paid for an option you will never ever use. Because by the time you reach our technology, what's the point of having a 30 million to 1 contrast when your screen is physically black? That's an option you would have to turn off. So what did you just pay for? You gave somebody some free money. That's what you did. You literally gave somebody free money. There you go. That whole 30 million to 1, you just take this. This is yours. You can keep that. I'm not going to need it. And what the heck? And you're sitting in the dark because that's where you have to be at because you can't turn the lights on. I have yet to see any one of these screens produce a solid contrast start field demonstration in a fully lit environment, including certified. Every last one I see in these controlled dark environments. That's because you can't pick it up. Future. Now, if anybody wishes to challenge that theory, simple and plain. Take a black sheet of paper, you stick it against your screen, you pull a star field demonstration, and you mind you, do not forget to put this in a fully lit environment when you do this. No dark stuff, fully lit environment. Because if you feel that you have to darken the environment to basically to increase your contrast levels, you have already failed. If that thought even enters your mind, you have already failed. and tried at 150 inches. I get tired of the smaller screens when I do these demonstrations. Let me see. Oh, how am I going to put this in? Make sure we get this spot correctly. I'll get nice to smell correctly. There we go. I love going to the forum sites. One of the forum sites we love to go to is how to make your gray screen paint mix. Good gracious. I could run through there. We usually would get banned from there in a hot second because I can put in ingredients. Remember, I've been making this stuff for years. So I got tons of ingredients on how to make gray screen paint. It's not even funny in my head, rolling around in my head. So we're just going and just dropping an entire ingredient sheet in there and we're done. Because that stuff is old. It's really old. On top of that, like I said, that's something that really should be given away for free. But once the hopefully certified screens start converting to black, then pretty much, yeah, a lot of that stuff is gonna be a lot cheaper. But anyway, yeah, that gray screen paint, yeah, that stuff should be given away for free. Now people sit there saying, but you made a gray screen paint, yeah, but my product wasn't like any other. My product was tested. And to this day, we still don't have anybody testing gray screen paint products. And the 2.0 can knock out certifieds, be in fully lit environments, can drop at 1,000 lumens, can do stuff that other gray screen paints can't even do. We got test demonstrations right on the page and check it out for yourself. As a matter of fact, we put the test demonstration up as a challenge, and it still hasn't been beaten yet. Still waiting for that one. Let's put down projection. Projector. Like I said, if anybody wants to challenge what I'm saying right here, and you feel that your product is more advanced than black technology, you let me, give me a ring a ding ding. My number is right there. And you tell me where your website is and I'll go by. And I'll post you live. Especially your gray screen paint products. I could wipe through all of eBay if I decided to go down that route, which I don't feel the need to because I think it's unnecessary due to the fact that these are people at the end of the day that are making these products. And who knows what they're doing with their money. It's none of my business at the end of the day. But as I said before, if I was that type of person, I could wipe out everything on eBay right now as we speak. I could buy all your products and wipe your technology out that fast, that quick, because this is a dominant technology. But I'm not getting any credibility for that. Well, period. Our credibility is toward gunmetal technology because that's the screen that's recognized when we go into a forum site. If I go in and say, hey, we have this, this, and that, and they don't know who these people are. They really don't at the end of the day. But if I go in and say, hey, we have this certified screen and that certified screen, they know those people at the end of the day. So we get more credibility with them. And that's more of a challenge for us anyway. Entertainment.
Here are some listings for entertainment within 1 mile.
Now today we're going to set up an ultra short throw on the 100 inch setup we have here on my damaged screen, and we're going to be able to watch a movie, TV show, whatever the freak we want in a fully lit environment. Mind, this is cakewalk for us. I consider an ultra short throw to be too easy of a demonstration because the projector is literally kissing the screen. That's why it's easy for us. For me, a challenge would be as a distance throw. A distance throw is much better. By the way, I had to push my projector back a little farther because I hadn't figured out what sofa to buy for the front room. And on top of that, the carpet is getting ripped up in here because I don't like it. So they're going to tear up the carpet. Because again, I hate carpet. So it's going to be going, messes with my breathing. So that's got to go. So, with that being said, after that, you rip up the carpet and get to the hardwood and floors, so I can breathe a little comfortable in here. I'm going to pick out my sofa. Now, my projector sits a little farther back. It was at 18 feet. Now it's at 21 because I have to tuck it up in the window, raise it up a little bit high, and I'm going to mount it. I found this mount, really cool mount that I can mount it right up under the window. That's going to be pretty cool. That's where I'm going to have my Christie 505. My $500 projector. Let's see. And no, a Christie 505 will not work on a gray or white screen. Gunmetal, yes, it would work on a gunmetal. It would. It would look pretty nice on a gunmetal. But on a gray or white screen, it's just wasting your money. Matter of fact, majority of you who have white and gray screens, you literally have wasted your money. If you do own one of these screens and you are using any form of projector that you think that's fixing the problem, yeah, you have wasted your money. Let me see. Let's go over here. I'm going to make a demonstration call on an ultra short throw call. You're going to see demonstrations called Can You Match Me? We got one's called Fast and Easy. Those are the paint on demonstrations. We got Match or Better. Anyone can match or better our demonstrations. And let's see. What was I going to call the other one? I figured I said a few minutes ago. But anyway, we're going to do that on an ultra short throw. Because again, if you have an ultra short throw projector and you're sitting in the dark, you have already failed already. It's a screen that was strictly designed for you to be able to use it in a fully lit environment. That's what they're designed for, like a set-top box, like a TV, which I got to set mine up to in a few minutes. I'm going to be using a 720p. I'm going to use anything expensive before. 720p. I might use the Sony, or I might just use this one. It's right in here right now. I'm about to use this one right here. Set that up in there. But that's the slogan we're going to be using when we're doing business, because the first thing I get is when they come out here and they look at the screen, the first thing they can't get over is how we have all the lights on. Now, most of the people who have these projector setups in their environment have 100-inch screens. Because again, it's a smaller screen, they can compress the image a little sharper, maybe get a little brighter image off of it. That's what they're going for. And the sad thing about it is they bought this whole setup thinking this is how it has to be. That they have to sit in there and watch this faded, washed out image. I literally would rather watch my cell phone, but still, that's what they believe that they have to endure. When I'm telling them, no, you don't. You're thinking react just like a TV. And that's what I find it interesting on top of that. Sorry, but we had to say this, that some individuals are sitting up there with an overpriced projector, with a projector sitting at what? A couple inches from a screen. At 100 inches, we're at 150 inch at 21 feet back. Are you kidding me? At $500? No, there's something wrong there. And it's even with the 2 million to 1, they still can't do it in a fully lit environment because the contrast will wash out. Let me see. The future of projection entertainment is black. Now, anyone who wants to challenge me on this slogan we have here, feel free. We don't want to hear excuses of, oh, your product doesn't do that. We have test demonstrations. We can back our work. So that's out the window. We're done with that. If you feel that your product is the future, then more advanced in black technology, then let's see it. Including gunmetal technology. Let's see what you got. The future of projection entertainment, projector entertainment is black. Yeah. Because I, as a person who has, like I said, I've seen other gray screen paints out here. We know you don't do the test. We definitely, at the end of the day, you're not doing the test. Definitely not doing the test. We've done the test already. We already know what we're dealing with. Let me see. Yeah, like that, right? That expansion is nice. We'll take that right there. And the reason why we don't mention much about white screens, because again, it's a white screen. Like I said, that's the first thing customers will buy when they're picking out a projector. They'll buy a white screen because they figure their projector is going to do all the things for the white screen. And their main concern is, I'm not worried about contrast, I'm not worried about color. I don't worry about ambient light rejection because my projector has a really high lumen count, stuff like that. They don't feel like they have to worry about that, but they do. This is the reason why when I go on YouTube, we find nothing but washed out screens. Let me see what we got going on here. I need to find my whatchamacallit here. It's time to step into the future. I thought that was nice. I tell you one thing, I get a lot of good, interesting things that would challenge our products. We first were doing the demonstrations on the different color screens, like with blue and green, so that's the different color screens displays. We had somebody. Let me see something for a minute. We had somebody ask us, "Well, if your black technology is so good, how would it look on gray versus gray?" And yeah, we were able to beat a gray screen with it. I like that better. Is this set up for? What is set up for? Okay. This needs to be separated. So it's like two words together, and we need to separate this. That's better. Oh, we got new videos. We got new pictures we got to upload from Facebook for our cinema, because our cinema demonstration page is going to expand. We're going to be adding more videos to that. All right. Let me see if I got to set up here. Look at Taco and they're being all patient. Patient Taco. Taco, you're so patient. I'm patient. You're all about that patience, Taco. All about that patience. So let me see. But like I said before, when you got people making these false accusations that their products are supposed to be the future, well, the reason why the gunmetal technology came out is because this is a screen that can produce a much darker contrast level. That's why. That's why that screen paint, at the end of the day, that projection screen was more advanced because it could produce a much heavier contrast level. The only reason why people started making gray screen paint products to very begin with because of the white screens. The white screens were did poor in contrast and poor in color, and they were just really hard to pull images off a white screen. So this is why gray screen paints are made. Gray screen paints are made way before the gunmetals came out to produce a better contrast and better color and to maintain in a much better environment than the white screen, because the white screen had to be in a completely dark environment where gray screen can have a little bit of light in there. That's basically about it. Now you have gunmetal technology that popped up, and you got a screen now that produces a much higher contrast level, better color pop, and it can maintain a much better well-lit environments. The whole purpose of these screen paints, and for these individuals that don't understand it, it's not the white levels. If it was the white levels, we'd all be on white projection screens. It's been about contrast from day one. Contrast, color, and the ability to be able to produce in fully lit environments. That's why if you look at the technology today, it's getting darker and darker, and everything more is about ambient light projection technology. Ambient light projection technology works much better on much darker screens, not on lighter screens. We make lighter screen paints. We've done it before, and basically the darker screens have the advantage point when it comes to ambient rejection technology, contrast, and better colors because it works better. So pretty much you're pedaling backwards, because if there are out there people convincing people that the gray screen paint products are the future, well then why in the world would anyone make a gunmetal screen? The gunmetal screens would be much lighter if that was the case, but even more so when you consider the fact that the lighter screens, as I said before, can't produce 100% contrast. They can't see it. A gunmetal technology will be to wipe a light gray screen paint easily because, again, has a reflective coating. It picks up a much higher white level, and then on top of that, consider the fact it's much darker, which means it maintains a much higher contrast level. Keep in mind that these are screens that cost far more in the market. You don't see anyone charging all this money for a light gray screen. A darker screen, gunmetal screen, is always going to cost more because that is the more advanced technology. So those of you who have great products, you have pedaled backwards. You have not pedaled forward. You are still stuck in the Stone Age. That's where you're at. And if any gray screen out there on the market, I mean any gray screen, feels that I'm wrong by what I'm saying, well, you would have no proof, no problem with showing that you could pull a contrast level better than a gunmetal. And you can't. Because again, the gunmetal is the more advanced screen. It's all about contrast. Before we drop this thing down, probably all the way down. We do have it all the way down. All right, the stand's not gonna work. Definitely have to go with something much smaller than the stand. Maybe just lay it on the floor. To tell you the truth, honestly, I think we can just lay it on the floor and be done with it. Yeah, probably could just lay it on the floor. Just got lens shift on this thing. That's why. I'm gonna lay it on the floor. Now, some crazy news. I may be moving to another place or a bigger place. I'm definitely in a bigger place. But the reason why is because we have an issue with the carpet. And the reason why we have an issue with the carpet because I literally thought that I could maintain in here on the carpet. But when you have respiratory issues, carpet does not go well at all, period. So last couple of days I've been in here, I've been having breathing complications. So I'm already talking to the people owning this establishment about either two things. Rip up this carpet, get rid of it, because when I first looked at the place, it had no carpet. But apparently this was the only one available, and I need to move right away. So, yeah. So I've already sent stuff to the back office, sent all my medical documents and all that stuff over, doctors and all that stuff. I have all specialists that I see out there, they top doctors, explaining that I have a lung disease and I can't be in this mess. So I tried to see if I can maintain in here about a week, but there have been complications with my breathing. So they have options. They can remove the carpet, which I would love for them to do, or they can basically just return my deposit and I can leave. I already have 3 places already set up already for me to go to, which are going to have hardwood and floors. Now, like I said, in their defense, I did explain to them, actually my defense, I did explain to them already that the carpet is, I can't live in it. And I tried other things, it doesn't work at the end of the day. So I would appreciate if they could rip up the carpet. I do like the building, I do like the place, but if they decide that they don't want to go through the effort to tear up the carpet and give me hard wooden floors in here, like I said, they know my medical history. They know that it does exist. We can just send all that over. We can make this difficult or we can make it easy. As I explained to them before, we can get attorneys involved in this because, again, I do have a medical history. This stuff will kill me in the long run if I stay here. And if my lungs receive any more damage from the fibers from the rug, and any damages show from there for my next doctor visit, then we are looking at going to court. I mean, they don't want that at the end of the day. So I'll try to be nice at the end of the day. I give people the chance to fix the mess. So again, we're requesting for the carpet to be removed. If they can't remove the carpet and they feel that they want to let me go, oh, I'm fine with that. Trust me, I just found 2 other places. One came with a backyard, which is much cheaper than this place, which again, really nice. Or I might just decide to rent a house, which I'm thinking just renting a house. I've done the apartment thing already. I don't think I want to do it again. I'm probably just going to rent a house. I'm used to being in houses. So let's see where it goes from there. I mean, don't get me wrong. People here are pretty quiet. I think I'm the noisy one because I got all this stuff in here, but I don't hear any systems or no one playing nothing in here. Mostly it's my gaming system that's running in through here as it is. But nice place, nice community and all. Nothing I can say bad about the place at all, period. Very nice. It's just that I'm just used to having a lot more room. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna just rent a house, probably up in a little farther out in the outskirts, more in the country areas, very much where I'm gonna be at. Other than that, we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, that's why I haven't bought any furniture or anything. I haven't bought jack since I've been here at all. My sister came down to visit me and said, "You haven't bought nothing. Like everything is still in this. Look at this. Look at this. I haven't unpacked, really did anything in here at all, period, at all. If you look through my whole place, there's nothing set up at all, period, because the carpet is literally killing me. And I didn't realize it. I thought I could pretty much get through it. Like, okay, I can pretty much get around this. My lungs have been good for a while. I lived in an area with a bunch of greenery and vegetation around me, so this should be pretty easy. But I woke up one day and my ribs were sore. They were in pain. I had pressure on my chest, and I had to use my breathing machine. I have a machine basically for the albuterol, that's what they call it, for like a slow process, but it opens my lungs up much better. I've never had to use that machine, so I noticed lately when I'm getting up, my voice is changing. I'm getting sick, a lot of mucus. I'm explaining, some of you probably have morning breakfast, I don't want to hear all that, but yeah, I can tell already that yeah, there's some problems. So I literally have to wear a mask sometimes when I'm walking through the house because of the fibers and stuff. And we'll see what happens. So chances are the people are really nice at the establishment. They're very, very nice here. Hopefully they can tear up the floor, tear up the rug and put a wooden floor, and it would be kind of nice. If they feel that's too much money and it's not worth it, then, they can just get back my deposit and I'll just go move into the other place. That's it. So that's basically about it. But learned a valuable lesson about myself. Never move into a place with carpet. I can't work with it. Let me see. Oh, we're setting up an ultra short though. Set up. That's what we're doing right now. We get a power cord. Where's the power cord at? Yeah. This is the one place I found that literally the living room is big enough for me to put my giant wraparound sofa in. I couldn't find any place to fit that sofa in. I love that sofa. That sofa is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's huge. And the living room is massive. I love the living room in there. It's huge. Drop my 150-inch screen in there, a wraparound sofa, a lot of convenience stores. I'm like 6 minutes away from downtown. I love it. But after walking around in the area, because my family came down to see me, and I decided to walk around, they got some beautiful big houses over here. Like, good gracious. They are Victorians. You ever seen a Victorian home before? They're huge. There's a big home. That thing would make the house that I was living in Upper Darby look like a freaking tree house. They are huge. I'm thinking, I gotta get one of these. Definitely gonna get one of these. If I'm not renting, I'm buying one. I'm getting one over here. Gee whiz, these things are huge. If you know what Victorians are and you've ever seen those houses, they are big. I need one of those. I understand at the end of the day, I was saying I'll probably just rent it, knowing me. I know myself at the end of the day. But then again, I get over. I see stuff and I kind of go overboard with it. I went overboard with the other house, which was way too big because I never even was in half of the house. If you notice that, I never had any other rooms decorated with furniture. They were actually showrooms. I literally turned the house into a showroom. So the only place I really used was that one spot in front of the 27-inch screen that was pretty much always in there. But the other screen, the 235, when I had that set up, I was never in there. I just played videos and just walked through that room. That's all I did, pretty much. That's it. I really never utilized the entire house, except for the basement and somewhat the backyard. That's it. I really wasn't really on the deck at all that much. So that's made me think that I'm just getting big homes and I'm not even really freaking at the end of the day utilizing them because I'm just one person with a cat. But the Victorian homes, they're big. That's like a 15-bedroom house. It's a big, big house. Gorgeous at the end of the day. That is a big house. That's a really, really big house. I'm gonna rent one. I'm just gonna rent it. I'm gonna rent one, see if I like it. I know it's a gigantic house. It's not necessary, but I'm just gonna rent one. They're like about $2 to $3 grand a month. I'm gonna rent one, and that's what I'm gonna do. Because I like the area down here. I love the area down here. But truthfully, if I could, like I said, but I got to get ready for that. I got to get established for that. I would get the 4 acres. And I love them tiny homes. The tiny homes are absolutely beautiful. They're gorgeous. As long as they're not too tiny. I mean, you want something at least. Some people be doing like 400 square feet. We are not doing 400. We are definitely not doing 600. The place here is around 850, about 850 square feet, 850 square feet here. So this place is a good size. Um, didn't definitely want to do six because six in a one-bedroom apartment is not good. Six means the freaking kitchen will meet you before the living room will meet you. We've seen those before. The minute you turn on, bam, kitchen right there waiting for you. No, we ain't doing that at the end of the day. And I needed a big bathroom. There's no way in the world the toilet's going to meet me before I get to it. That is not going to happen. So this place is pretty good size, big ceilings and all that like that. But I like the fact that when I sit in my living room, I do not want to see my kitchen. I hate that more than anything in the world. First house I rented, yeah, I sat down, I could see the kitchen. That basically turned me off altogether. I don't want to see the kitchen ever. If I'm sitting in my living room, I don't want to see it. I know it sounds kind of strange, but that's just me, period. Other people are good with this. If you're good with that, that's your thing, but that's my thing at the end of the day. I do not like to see a kitchen. If I walk in there, I want to see the kitchen in a different compartment. But this is what I like about this place. I can sit down and I don't see the kitchen at all. Period. Which I do like about that. Some of the apartments I did look at, I didn't like because the minute they had small little area in here, it's cubit little area. Oh, the ones I hated the most were the ones that basically had the bed and the sofa next to each other. Sorry, I'm not being a snob here, apartment snob to anybody. If you have this and you like it, that's you at the end of the day. Hey, more blessings to you. But this is me. This is how I feel, okay? I do not like to be able to wake up and see my sofa sitting there meeting me before the bed gets there. That's what I don't like. But that's me. I got family members who have studios or just one person at the end of the day. They like that. That's their thing. You know, that's your thing. Hey, whatever floats your boat at the end of the day. But for me, that's not for me. For me, I like to be able to have everything separate. If I'm going to do one big room, it's got to be like a massive studio with giant ceilings. And that's something I can do because then everything's opened up. But other than that, that's the problem I had with trying to find a place because I'm picky. I mean, mind you, I've rented all houses, so it's kind of hard to go into an apartment after renting a house. A house is a little different because you have upstairs and downstairs and go wherever you want. Here and the other, and there's nobody else in the building but you. So this is the reason why I am pretty much gonna probably end up renting a house after this. If this doesn't work out, where basically they refuse to rip up the carpet, and again, I can show medical history that goes back 4 years showing that I do have this illness, I do have this rare lung disease, and they refuse to, then, we can walk it into court. And I'm pretty sure they don't want to walk it into court. So chances are they're probably just going to either rip up the carpet or just give me my refund. Either way, I'm getting a house. I'm definitely renting a house. When I come down to think about it, I definitely want to rent a house. Just not used to. I don't never see the people anyway. I think I've only bumped into like 3 people since I've been here. That's it. It's just not for me. If they rip up the floors, then I'm just going to be here for 1 year. That's it. I'm here for 1 year. I leave out of here, just run a house. Don't make a difference. I'm still going to run a house. Or I might just double up on my rent, knock my rent out even faster. My loan kicks in, knock it out even faster, and get out of here faster before the summertime and get the house. I'll figure that out. All right, let's see what we're going here. We got all this save. I'm behind me setting up an ultra short throw projection set up there. Because the whole purpose here, like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, people understand ain't about the screen paints. You guys got it mixed up there like you think it's a constant war between us. Please, where is the war at? Honestly. It's like we're the Roman Empire, and you guys are basically about 2 peasants with a freaking rake and a freaking snow shovel. There's no freaking competition between us. We can't even get competition with gunmetal technology, and we're basically begging for a black screen that we can pretty much have something to test against. Our new technology that we're coming out under the 57s are freaking brutal. So we need something. We already ran through all the other screens, so no. The whole purpose of, like I said, what we're doing here is to develop a better technology, but also to allow people to see at the end of the day that you don't have to be stuck with these freaking protocols as I'm telling you that, oh, you got to be in an ambient light controlled environment because that's what you got to do because you own a projector, or you're going to have to calibrate because you own a projector, or you're going to have to basically spend all this money because you want to project. Bull crap. I'm over here with 720p. Are you kidding me? That's a bunch of nonsense. The reason why they tell you that is because it's easier for them. People, especially make screen paint products, it's easier for them. Well, the certified said that you could be in an ambient light controlled environment, and that's bullcrap. You guys are lazy at the end of the day. You don't want to work. That's the problem. You want to be front and brutal about this. You guys are freaking lazy. That's what it comes down to. Because you're following the certified screens. The certified screens, because they're certified, you have to be in an ambient light controlled environment. But if they're doing it, we're going to be in an ambient light controlled environment. That is so lazy. I've never heard that. You know how easy it is to do a demonstration in an ambient light controlled environment? That is freaking a cakewalk. Are you kidding me? There's no challenge there. We'll use a high-end projector, we'll calibrate it, and make the customer believe that you're going to get this from the screen. Now you're getting that from the projector that's calibrated in the dark environment. That's what you're getting. That's why none of the demonstrations look the same as a promo. Because the certified said do that. Man, forget the certifieds and their freaking rules and regulations. We go in a different direction. We don't do that nonsense. And then if we do something different, completely out of regulations, that's way out of the box, then we're considered to be fakes, phonies, and we don't, basically our demonstrations are fake because you jerkers are too lazy to roll your sleeves up and work at the end of the day. Well, if my demonstrations are so easy, then you wouldn't have any problem matching in better my demonstrations, which I haven't even seen yet. I got demonstration matching better challenges from 2019 that haven't been done yet. Gee whiz. We're not talking about, people got to get it together. We're not talking about one person. We're talking about the whole entire projection screen industry. All of you. That's what we're talking about. Your fake demonstrations. Right. For my demonstration, if I'm such, my demonstrations are so fake, like I said, y'all would have been in I'm going to do a YouTube search next month. I'm going to go through YouTube. I'm going to find out how many people have been able to match our products. Now, for the big time screens, they don't care. Certifieds, they don't care. They're making millions and millions of dollars. People, they don't care at the end of the day. The only time they'll care unless I end up on their same level. I end up on their same level, seeing them eye to eye. Now I become a serious threat because now I can get into their pockets. I can mess with their clients. I can basically deal with their customers at the end of the day. Then I become a serious threat. Where's the freaking cord for this? Oh, it's already plugged in. Okay, bingo. And bingo is this name of. Do we even have a fire stick for this thing? Oh, we do have a fire stick. Yeah, thank goodness I have to search for this screen. I'm going to reset the ultra short throw. Yeah, I saw that demonstration with the Epson projector and Elite's ceiling and light projection technology. That was the worst thing I've ever, and I say the worst I've ever seen. I've seen much worse. But you got to be kidding me. You really got to be kidding me with that freaking demonstration. All the windows were facing of course, where the side where the projector was. They never turned the camera around to see if there were windows in back of it, because the windows in back of it would have more contact with the screens in front of it. The blinds weren't even open. I literally sat there on camera and said, my blinds are fully open. Oh, no, the heck they weren't, because I couldn't even see objects on the side. I just saw that slant where it makes it like the light's pushing through, but it's not. The light's being redirected. And you mean to show me, we didn't see no Starfield? Well, we never see any contrast demonstrations on these freaking setups. Bunch of colors. And look at the colors. No. No, 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 no. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. The blinds are open. Yeah, you give me that setup, I'll show you some blinds open, all right, and I'll light that up for you. And we can take an Optima 55 outside at 140 inches. Are you kidding me? That demonstration alone blows out any ultra short of demonstration here and now. If you haven't seen that, this is the one where we take Optima projector and take it outside at 140 inches. That projector is only designed to do 100 inches. That's it. If you haven't seen that insane demonstration, this is our demonstration page right here. Don't even begin speaking about outside demonstrations. Here it is right there. I told you 2.0 on display. Yeah, for you gray screen paint makers, you know what that is right there? That's a 2.0. That's our gray screen paint product. You see how much light that screen is taking in? That screen did a demonstration. That's a test. 3 hours long. Ultra short throw, 5,000 lumen, 1,000 lumens, certified screens, gray screen paints, everything versus that technology and that one demonstration, 3 hours long. You guys call yourself making a gray screen paint product? If you can't pass that test, you can't pass a 2.0. That's our gray screen paint product right there. If I wanted to go back and dominate your products, I can go back to my archives and I can bring out one of those bad boys, redesign it with the technology we got now, and blow your stuff clean out of the water, including certified in a fully lit environment at the same time. I got the bragging rights to say that because I got the demonstrations to back it up. It's right there. You can watch it. That has a challenge underneath it, by the way. Customer demonstrations on our products, testimonies on our products. Our customer demonstrations and testimonies have more light than the actual demonstrations of people who make screen paint products at the end of the day and certifies. Look at this. This is our gunmetal technology. Those of you who claim to have gunmetal technology, you don't possess this technology. I've seen people mark on their screen paint gunmetal. This is how gunmetal reacts. You see how dark that screen is? It looks like it's black. Gunmetal is literally so dark. The perfect gunmetal is so dark that it's mistaken for black. That's a perfect gunmetal screen. See that well-lit environment? That's all gunmetal technology under Phantom. See the difference between my environment and theirs? See, we got the screen sitting next to the window with all this light in the environment. Yeah, that's the same. We can take our screens at 150 inches and display in the room with all that light around the screen. Oh, man. Test demonstrations, test demonstrations, test demonstrations, more test demonstrations. Y'all sit in these poorly lit environments, and this is what we're doing at the end of the day. Are you kidding me? And you got a nerve to say your products are ambient light rejection. That's a joke. All right, here. Most demonstrations on YouTube, like I put on and off YouTube. These are outside demonstrations. This right here is an Optima GT 5500 at 3,000 lumens outside. Enjoy. For all of you who basically at the end of the day who call yourself doing these dark environments with these so-called ultra short throw projectors, this is how we do it over here. Because I get sick and tired of seeing these ultra short throw demonstrations. Customers watch this nonsense at the end of the day and they get duped into thinking that that's a good demonstration. That's an extremely poor demonstration. If you have real ambient light rejection technology embedded into a screen or a screen paint, you should be able to pull up an Optima GT, P2, whatever the frig you can think of, ultra short throw wise, if you're using it for those demonstrations, sitting a foot away from a screen, mind you, it should easily be to pick up. That's my time right there. 4:52 outside. Yeah, for those of you who make gray screen paints, if you're in the room, I would suggest you walk out because this is going to be pretty bad. Because I watch a lot of your demonstrations, and your demonstrations are on these ultra short throw projectors in these poorly lit environments, and you're claiming you're doing something at the end of the day. I'm here to tell you you're not doing jack. But you can watch my demonstration right there. Oh, feel free to do this one too. There's a challenge on this one too also. There we go. That's my Optima GT55 outside at 140 inches. And when we hear people talk about like Elite Screens and all other companies about the ambient light, ceiling light projection, and you can use your ultra short throw in a fully lit environment, well, that demonstration goes blah, 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 blah. We can do it outside if we want to. Range to P2, which is far more advanced than that, I could take that outside if I want and watch a movie off of it. I'm gonna set this up over here. You guys watch this. Now, my aggression is not toward my customers because my customers at the end of the day know quality technology when they see it. My aggression is towards you fake companies out there at the end of the day who claim to be making these ambient light rejection technology screens and screen paints, and you're still in these dark environments with dark corners trying to act like you're really doing something at the end of the day when you're not doing anything. It's a joke. This is how you do an ambient light rejection demonstration on an ultra short throw. This demonstration alone by itself blows out any demonstration on YouTube. Show me one person that matched it. Oh, by the way, it's not all color. So when we do these demonstrations, we also put contrast into the demonstration as to the star field because we know at the end of the day that you can't go there. Now that projector has a 20,000 to 1, I think it is contrast. We turned it off. We don't need it. The next time you guys want to talk about ambient light controlled environments and our screens can pull up with quality, no. This is how we do an ultra short throw demonstration. We take it outside. If that thing can produce outside on this level, inside, cakewalk. No windows covered up, no door nonsense, outside. Now let me see. I was setting this up over here. I think we're just going to use a lens shift for this. It's going to work much better. So anytime we get a customer, I sit there and say, well, I got an ultra short throw. How do I know this is going to pick up on a black screen? Is it going to be bright enough for me to be able to see it? We send them this demonstration right here. This is outside. There's no doors, no windows, no roof, nothing to protect the screen at all, period. And my screen's at 140. That projector was designed to do a 100-inch screen only. All right, let me see. How far from this? Do we have this plugged in? I don't think we had this plugged in. It should be plugged in. This is why I described y'all demonstrations where y'all say y'all a competition with us. I don't think so. Like I said, we're considered to be the Roman Empire army, and you guys are two peasants sitting out in the middle of a freaking cornfield with a snow shovel and a freaking pickaxe. We would crush you easily. This is nothing. We did this for fun to see whether or not to set the projector outside. I was wondering if ultra short though would look like outside. This was all done for pure fun, no testing. Because we knew what the technology is designed to do because it's tested. When you test your products, you can do crazy demonstrations like this. Now, in order to do an ultra short throw outside, which some people have a problem because the screen is constantly flexing all the time, that screen right there, we had to literally build a frame into the deck. And then that material had to be coated multiple times to stiffen the material so we have a fluctuation. Because mind you, air would travel down the driveway, hit the back of the screen, and then we would have that fluctuation. But we were able to stiffen out the surface. Other than that, if you're trying to use ultra short throw outside and your screen is constantly fluctuation, that's going to be an issue. See how it's moving a little bit, but not by much. That's why I find it funny that when people sit there and say you have to spend all this money for a projector because it does 150 inches, that is such crap old lies, man. Come on. I had so many customers. You bought a valve because of what? It's not 4K. We all know that. It does compressing, so it doesn't do 4K. We know that from the door. So I got it because it does 150 inches. You just wasted a whole lot of money because guess what? Any projector under our technology can do 150 inches. Easy on ultra short throw. The reason why you can't, you could do 150 on a gray or white screen. Yeah, you can, but the problem is your image is going to deteriorate. This is a screen that's going to have a problem picking up at 100 inches in a fully lit environment. So you're not doing 150. That's a nice projector too. I had no idea what that. Oh, I sold the projector. I got rid of it because when I changed out the screen, I wasn't doing 235s anymore. That's a dedicated screen on its own right there, 235.1. So y'all consider that, people. You got people sit up there with that P2 projector in the dark on a $3,300 machine or $3,000 machine or whatever they cost now, in the dark. The most I paid for that projector, I got it for like around $1,200. That's all I paid for the projector was $1,200. And we could do that outside on a full lit environment because the black technology is black. If it was gray or white, it wouldn't have picked up. That's why I sit there and say, out of all the demonstrations I see people do on YouTube with these ultra short those setups, I can show that one demonstration right there. I can knock all your videos out in one hit. And by the way, that's an OLED contrast demonstration. You have to have a black screen to pull that one. Oh, all right, this is working. Wait till you see what we're setting up behind right now. We're doing a $60 projector ultra short though setup. Ooh, this is gonna look real nice in our black technology. Again, $60 projector, not no $3,300, but $60. We're doing this in a footed environment. I don't know. Oh yeah, you'll see it later on, but you can watch this one right here. And we had one of the guys who called himself making great products. I guess we call it the stackable system, and we call it the stackable nonsense. Anyway, he had an Optimum GT55 in one of his demonstrations, or 56. Yeah, I showed you. This is how we work that projector. Take it outside. And crush it. There, right, Taco. We crush it. Yeah. Show me that projector. Show me something. Because any projector that I get my hands on, I guarantee you I can blow out the promo demonstration. The promo demonstration for this, we leveled it with this demonstration right here. We beat their own promo demonstration. Can you honestly say that at the end of the day, show me any projector that can beat their own promo demonstrations? Crush that promo demonstration. Crushed it. No challenge. No challenge. Gotta give me a challenge at the end of the day. Having a heat wave. Tropical heat wave. There you go. Starfield demonstration. Right there. And that projector's contrast is turned off. That thing has a 20,000 to 1 contrast. Turned it off. We don't need it. This is why I explain at the end of the day that all of you who do these ultra short though demonstrations, nothing wrong with their projectors. Their projectors work perfectly fine. The sad thing about it, the screens are crap. That's what it is. I can do a Starfield outside at 140 inches at 4 something in the evening. And you got people with projectors at 5,000 and 7,000 something lumens they can't even pull up at that time. And we're doing this on an ultra short throw. Mind you, that projector is designed to do a 100 inch only. We have it at 140. So when I watch these demonstrations of people with these P2s, whatever projectors using at the end of the day, claiming that you're pulling off quality, you're pulling off crap. Because you can't even pull a star field demonstration outside and we can do it. Told you I got one demonstration. All I got to do, I don't have to do any new demonstrations. I can show one demonstration from my archives that would literally blow out any demonstration on YouTube. Match or better. So if that screen can pull, allow that projector to be able to pull that image that easy, that quick, that fast, how much more of the inside is nothing but a cakewalk. That's why I said black technology is future. Oh, we're stuck in the past.
We switched to Liberty Mutual and saved $650.
You're stuck in the past. $60 NEC projector. That's what I was doing. I was showing you that video. I was setting up my setup for today. Ultra short throw, 60 bucks. And I see people spending all this money for these ultra short throw projectors because they're saying that, oh, you know, it's going to be to do this, to that. And then you don't even pick up half of the stuff you claim the projector can do because the screen can't see it. And people want to sit there and call themselves an expert in ultra short throw. No, y'all not experts in ultra short throws. You're not experts in anything. Because in your demonstrations, y'all show the same stuff every single time. Dark, poorly lit environment, dark shadows in the corners. Calibrated projectors. We don't calibrate over here. Customers getting cheated. That's what they're getting. Getting a pipe dream. That's what you're getting. Now we're going to be doing our demonstrations today on a $60 projector setup, uncalibrated, 720p. And we're going to have the window light pushing through. We're not going to have any black blinds or little spectral lights pushing up around the screen to give up that fake. We're not doing that. We're not doing any of that. Whether it works or it doesn't. Hook up my gaming system on this. Let's see what we have here. Beautiful, ain't it? I've seen the promo demonstration for the Optima GT 5500. I decided to beat their own demonstration, showing what their projector is designed to do. What's going on? Oh, video switched over. We specialize, like I said, in ambient light rejection technology. That's what we do. Inflatable screens? Yeah. Been there, done that. Outside motorized projection screens? Been there, done that. Any place I land at, my screens operate. We don't change the environment to fix the screen. We don't do that nonsense. The screen has to adapt in the environment. Now we have a grid set up with all our ambient light projection. Well, a couple of these have ambient light projection demonstrations in them. Because I get sick and tired of people talking about how they have ambient light or ambient light control. No, we don't do ambient light control. Who does ambient light controlled? But the big companies are doing it. Big deal. Do demonstrations out in the middle of snowstorms. You know how much light is making contact with that screen with all this white snow? That's why I did it outside. I thought it'd be fun. There's a snowstorm on a black screen in a snowstorm. This is why when we get the other, I guess, screen paint makers consider themselves back and forth. No, there's no back and forth. Like I said, we're Roman Empire. You're basically two peasants in the middle of a cornfield. We basically would run over top you and crush you with no problem. And there's nothing you can do at the end of the day to show that your technology is anywhere on our level. Our demonstrations are unmatched on every level you could possibly think of. Dual 150 inches outside of the gaming screen. We did outside the screen. It was gorgeous. Demonstrations on why you don't use white screen. Oh, there it is right there. That's the challenge. That's the ultimate challenge. That screen has never been beat yet. We're still waiting for this one. We got to do a video right there, basically showing why our technology is better. And like I said, it's the future. The future is black technology. If you look at any demonstrations on YouTube, no one are doing any demonstrations because, again, their technology is old. Like I said, the future is black technology. And if you have a gray or white screen, you are sitting in the past. This is how your screen is supposed to be reacting. This is only 1,000 lumens right there. Oh, sorry, 1,100 lumen challenge. Oh, forget. That's that. The videos are changing over to new videos. Let me see. Here we go. Oh, I like that bounce back. It's pretty cool. All right, 100. Okay, cool. This is how an ultra short throw is supposed to react in a fully lit environment at 100 inches. And my projector over here cost me 60 bucks. This is my NEC. And that's it. So I'm gonna come back in here, get set up for this demonstration right here. We're gonna show you how we're doing this on our $60 ultra short throw projector in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out or fading or any of that nonsense. I'll be back, gotta go, and God bless. And as I said before, the future of screen paint technology or any projection screens is black. That's the future. Gotta go, and God bless.